Hey everybody, I'm Lucas Sales. I'm the egg agent here in McDuff County, Georgia. And this is the Target Egg, our podcast. And here with me this morning, my good friend Richard Quick. Look Quick, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty good on this chilly morning.
Yeah, it is a little cold outside, but it's not bad. It's
It's
definitely
not
could be
bad at all.
worse.
Yeah,
I heard
I
rumor.
like that. And what?
I heard rumor that sometime in right after the first of the year, we're going to get snow all through the southeast, like Texas, all the way to Florida. I hope not. I hope
Yeah.
it's wrong. But
I don't know. I
anyways,
don't know. I don't remember. I don't know if you remember last year the snow come down here around
yeah,
January, maybe. The beginning of
yeah,
January, right?
uh-huh. Yeah,
It was
snow days
pretty
are
cool that
always
time.
fun and horrible at the same time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember when I used to
Yeah,
live in New Hampshire. After 3 days of snow, you were, man, I can't handle that anymore.
right. So
Yeah,
as a kid in
good time.
Kentucky, we'd get a good bit of snow and we loved it.
Oh really,
But
right?
we also, I say we, in Kentucky, the people that lived there their whole lives knew how to deal with it.
Okay.
Now here in central Georgia, you get some snow and everybody loses their mind. And it's
Yeah,
like people, stay home. You're not going to starve in 3 days. Stay home.
stay home.
Eat the ingredients you have, and you'll be
And
okay.
just be
Um,
safe, be safe. Yeah, man,
right.
yeah. And
But
good to
yeah.
mention that because I was about to ask you, you were born in Kentucky, so how was your childhood there, man?
Okay. So mom and dad uh were both born. No, dad was born in Kentucky. Mom was born in Indiana. She did a bunch of bouncing around, and they met, got married, and that's where they started their family. And we lived in a kind of a rural-ish community in Kentucky.
Okay.
I lived in Bullitt County, Kentucky, which was just outside of Mount Washington. A real small area. Grew up around agriculture, so seeing it from the outside in, but not a part of it. So tobacco fields, cornfields, cattle. Um, my best childhood friend in Kentucky, his backyard was a cattle fence, and the cattle would come up to it, and his dad was an
Amazing.
avid gardener, and we'd get all the rotten tomatoes and throw them at the cows, and
Amazing.
yeah. So, and then when we weren't doing that, my dad was an avid boater, so we were out water skiing and camping and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty amazing childhood. And then at about age 13, somewhere around 1990, mom and dad moved us to Central Georgia, and I've been in Georgia now so long that I consider it to be home. So, how about yourself? Tell
Cool.
us about your you clearly have a different life story than I do.
Yes, yes. My childhood had no snow at all. Actually, I'm from the northeast part of Brazil. I'm from Brazil.
Okay.
And in northeast part of Brazil, in the state called Paraíba, it's really on the coast. Um, and then on the east coast of Brazil. And then uh, small family. I'm the only child of a chemical professor and a social assistant. I had very few contact with agriculture in my childhood, but the contact that I had was from my grandmother and my uncle. And then some time later, I just decided to, okay, I need to do agronomy engineer. And then in 2016, I started agronomy engineer and I started to work on this field. But my childhood there in Paraíba State was pretty amazing, nearby to the coast. So like 1 hour driving, I was in the coast already. I was in the sea.
Oh
And
wow.
so it was pretty good. I really enjoyed my childhood there. A lot of good friends that I have from there, and I'm missing home a lot, man. I'm missing home a lot. I'm pretty far, but
Right.
I'm really like here. So in 2024, I came to Georgia, and since then I started to work in the extension of UG.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, before we dive into extension, how would you describe yourself now? So we'll get into professional in just a second, but like, who is
Yes,
Lucas now? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your hobbies now?
man, I consider myself a pretty simple guy. A pretty simple guy. I like cars. I like plants. I like what I do, you know. I like to talk to people. I like to be
Right,
aware in the community. I like that. I like. I was talking with my father these days, and I talked to him and said, I'm pretty. I absorbed this thing from you because he's kind of like this. He like to help the people, you know, and I like that too.
right,
So makes me happy. Makes me happy. And besides that, I'm pretty fair guy. I like the things straight and right. I don't like
right,
to cause trouble to anybody. And that's it, man. I don't like I it's not like that I like the shadows, but I don't like to write a lot. I'm just a quiet guy, just simple, and that's it. What about you?
right.
What
Okay.
about you? I know you're a
Um,
good guy, but our audience, what about you?
okay. So, so outside of extension, my primary focus is my family. I mean, I don't make it any kind of a secret. I'm a man of faith, and to do that well, being a good husband, being a good father, teaching my kids how to do stuff and be useful, and that's my goal. And I kind of do extension so that I have the ability to go do the other stuff that I really like
Hmm.
well. Um, but my dad got us into boating as a child. To this day, I'm still an avid boater. So, um, as much as I can, I'm out on the lake with the kids. Um, Pretty heavily involved with my church, and I'm pretty avidly involved with my community too. I really like the fact that I get to live in a relatively small,
Yes,
rural-ish community.
it's cool.
I like the word rural-ish because we're not rural. It's not
Not
dirt
at all.
roads and
Not at all.
but it's also not, we're not stacked on top of each other. We're not in Atlanta or Chicago or something like
Yes,
that.
yes.
We've got room to roam.
It's
So
like a
I
mix, right?
right. And then, I do enjoy gardening, not as large of a scale as what we did when
Hmm.
we were growing up. And that's kind of it. It's what's the next adventure? Let's go do the next fun thing. And while I'm at it, let
Cool,
me teach my children the values that I believe in.
cool.
So that's
That's
who I am.
that's really important. I just remember my father as well. My father teach me a lot of stuff. And these days, I mean, when you live alone, you think a lot. And these days, I'm living
Right,
alone, so I'm thinking a lot. And I'm just so grateful, man, for my parents or they did for me, you know, how they teach me how to live life because life is very different than what I thought when we were younger.
right,
But I'm very grateful for that, and I'm happy that you're like this because talking about me as well, I'm trying to make my parents proud every day. So that's the
right,
thing, man. I think you're really right about that, and I appreciate it. You shared that with us.
right.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Well, let's dive into this podcast. What is it? Who are we now professionally? And what is our
Yes.
goal going forward? Because this is episode one and it's kind of our introductory. Um,
Yes, it is.
so
It is.
so with that, well, I'll just go ahead. So I am the agricultural natural resource agent for Monroe County,
Yes.
with the University Systems of Georgia. And I run the Ag and Natural Resources programming out of Monroe County. And Lucas, which county are you? Go ahead.
I am Lucas Sayles, the ag agent in Macduff County. And what led me to extension was the anger to help people, to be the bridge between the university and the farmer, the final consumer. So
Right,
my parts of working right now is precision agriculture. My background, the most part of it is horticulture. and also hydroponic systems. And I hope like I'm just starting here in the position, and I hope I can build like a good environment between me and the community here.
Cool. So, you and I both are new at this. I'm less than a year myself.
Yes.
The past 16 years, I spent as a peach breeding technician for the
Hmm.
Department of Agriculture on the federal side. So did 16 years of field research in peaches specifically,
Hmm.
looking at breeding for characteristics and lengthening the overall peach season. So that's my major area of focus and major expertise. And I've also got a pretty extensive background in pesticide application and worker protection for pesticides and safety. So
Cool.
I'd say my two major expertises are safe application of pesticide, peach
Hmm.
and peach management. But I also have my degree is in biology, general,
Biology.
but
Cool.
my work experience makes me quite the plant nerd. So yeah,
Oh
I think
yeah,
we both
yeah.
have a pretty extensive hort background.
Man, this
So
is good. You have a lot of experience, Luke. This is really good.
I mean it's yes and no. Sometimes I think I over focused, but with extension, that's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I mean,
Right?
I normally say we have a lot of tools, right, that we can
Oh
work
yeah.
together and help us. And at sort of part, we kind of a really family here in Extension, right?
Oh
Because
yeah. Oh
we
yeah. It's
help each other a
fantastic.
lot.
Right?
We help each other a lot. That's right. So like what's your goals like, Luke? Like for example, like in 1 year, 3 or 5 years. What's your goals here in the position?
So UGA requires all their agents to have at least a master's level education,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't. So my
Mm-hmm.
1 and 3 year goals are one, the county itself, Monroe, needs education on private well, water well systems because we've got a ton of granite and other issues. So helping people learn how to keep their water wells safe is programming wise what my 2026 goal is there. 3 year goal is to finish my master's work, and 5 year goal, I'd kind of like a master gardener or maybe a master compost program
Mm-hmm.
having be running in here in the county. So that's kind
Cool.
of my
Cool.
1, 3, 5 kind of goal. How about
One,
yourself?
three, five. Man, I mean, as I said to you, I just started here. Like I'm on my fourth month right now in the position. And so I think I'd say like for the first year, a solid amount of programs that I can build here. I like the part of horticulture, so I gonna keep an eye on the on this part with gardens, home gardens, or I even thought to build a hydroponic system here in the building just to show the people how it works. It will
That
be
would be awesome.
a goal for me, yes. And as you said, a master garden, I think it would be really great, like in a bigger goal. A couple few days maybe. I like to have this kind of like
Right,
conversation face by face. So probably I'm gonna try to provide that and figure it out that somehow.
right,
And for 5 years goals, man, I think I would say like at least. At least what? I'm not gonna say a number here, but a good amount of programs, a good amount of programs that I would be like with a good
right,
a good talk with the community and the partnerships and the stakeholders. So I think this is my 5 year goal.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well,
Yeah.
so if you had to say like, all right, in the time I've been doing this, what's like an interesting thing that I've seen? Um, and I'm cheating a little bit because I got an example. I brought an example today,
Okay, you brought an
but
example.
but like what's been your favorite call so far?
My favorite call so far. Okay, it wasn't okay, okay, let's see. Oh, I had one lady one time that she called me to ask about she came here, she bring a sample of a caterpillar and
Oh, okay.
she just bought like in a Ziploc and she just put here inside in the top of my desk and put a note. What type is it, this caterpillar? Because it makes me feel sick and I was in the hospital or something like this. And I say, oh my God, this is bad.
Okay.
So, for my lucky, my girlfriend is an entomologist, and I was talking to her and say, "Hey, help me here because it's not my expertise." So, but then luckily we figure out that, and I called to the lady and say, "Are you fine?" First of all, and she said, "Yeah, I'm fine, but I touched on this, and yesterday I need to the emergency care." And say, "Oh my God, that's so bad. I'm sorry to hear," but like after that, like the caterpillar, I mean, gonna harm you, but nothing much than that. You're
Right.
fine. But I think was the most like weird stuff that I
Okay.
saw for now. And what about
So,
yours?
all right. I like caterpillar of death. That's pretty cool. So I get a lot of homeowner questions, and
Okay.
so you see this little vine right here.
Yes, yes, I
There
can
we
see.
go. All right, little.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I I may not be calling it the right exact vine. I've always referred to them as sawtooth vine, but people that, how do I kill this? Why does it keep coming back? Why does it keep coming back?
Uh-huh.
And I'm all the time telling people you've got to starve the root, starve the root, starve the root.
Yes.
And what people
Yes.
don't realize, and I was doing some transplanting in my own house yesterday, what people don't realize is that this potato size storage unit is the root
Wow, look
system,
at the size of
right?
this.
So these are actually little. Uh, my blur's
Yes.
working against me.
Yeah, it's
Um,
good now.
Now, once again, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think of these as little potato-like tubers,
Yes,
and
look
so
like.
they store energy.
Oh
Their whole
yeah.
purpose is to store energy,
You're not
and
gonna
you
kill this
spray,
guy so easy.
yeah, you spray a little Roundup on that. It takes it to the root. It metabolizes it.
Yes.
It kills one of those little potatoes.
Yes.
There's 10 more under the ground that it's going
Oh
to
my
reroot
God.
from. So when you have that vine that you want to kill, persistence is key.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Stay
patience.
after it. Cut it off. Cut it off
Mm-hmm.
again 2 weeks later. Cut it off again a month later. Cut it
Yeah.
every 10 days when it suckers back up. Keep cutting it off and keep cutting it
Yeah.
off. And don't give the above the ground, above soil level vine an option to regrow because it has to use up energy every time it pushes out a new sucker.
Yeah.
And if
It
you're
will be
not giving it
harder and
time,
harder.
yeah. So you
Yes.
have to stay after that root because your only other option, like yesterday, being that it's we're what 2 days before Christmas. Um, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry, thing popped up. Um,
What?
it's transplant time for trees and shrubs. And so I was
Yes.
transplanting some blueberries yesterday, and I had three of those at the bases of some of the blueberries I was transplanting, and I ended up with 12 of those potato-sized knots.
Wow.
And my kids were like,
This
"Oh
is too
wow, what is
much.
this?" Yeah. So um
That's cool, man. You
yeah.
have a much better example than me right now. And you bring an
But
example, man. You bring an example. Come on.
well,
Let me do
like
that the next
I
time.
wasn't planning on it, but yesterday I'm out there with the shovel
Yeah,
and
I
I'm like,
got you.
what
I
in the
got
world? So I'm like, hey, we're doing the episode tomorrow.
you.
Um,
No, was not
I'm
in
good.
purpose, but was pretty good.
Right. Right. Sorry about that. The little snafu there.
Yes.
This is episode one,
Our first one.
and we didn't have our timing right. So yes, there
Yeah.
is a glitch in the system, and it's the new guy glitch is what we're going to call it.
Yeah.
That's why there's this awkward patch here. Um, all right.
But probably you guys not gonna realize because we're gonna edit something here.
Yeah, for everybody in the audience, all three of you, it's going to be 3 seconds for you and
Oh
30
yeah.
minutes for us.
Just as that. I always wanted to say this.
Oh. We'll take it
But
out.
yes.
No, we won't. Um,
But I think we wrapped up everything we thought, right, for
right, yeah.
today.
So,
Today is more like an introduction episode. We are trying to with this podcast, we're trying to mix it up the two words, our personal word that we like to do this, we like to talk to the people, and our professional word. And me and Luke, we just talk to each other and say, yeah, man, let's try. Why not?
right,
So
I
here
agree.
we are.
Right.
Here we are. Yes.
So yeah, I guess with that, thank you for joining us here at Target Agriculture, or Target Ag, as we're going to call it.
Yes.
Um, uh, so going into the future, I think we're going to be focusing probably on a lot more horticultural type stuff than the animal science. But
Yes.
both of us do have a lot of beef cattle in our counties, so
Yes.
we'll have plenty of opportunity to talk about that. Um, if you if you've got a specific topic you're interested in, shoot us a message, put in the comments, whatnot, and
Yes.
we'll address it. Um, I think we've got some plans to stay current with current events and bring on some specialists as that works out. And this is going to kind of be our sounding board for what's going on in ag, what we're working on in ag, and what we're seeing, what problems were brought to us, and how we address them. And then we're going to
Yes.
come on and talk about it. Sound
That's
fair?
right. Sounds perfect.
All
Thank
right.
you
Well,
guys.
my friend, Merry Christmas, and look for the episode one to actually be published because the next couple
Yes.
for me is editing and posting. So
Amazing, man. Merry
y'all be safe.
Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New
I enjoyed
Year.
it, and
Enjoy
we'll
your
see you
family and
in episode
friends.
two. All right.
Bye
Later.
bye. See you
Bye.
guys. Bye. Did you stop the recording?
I'm trying to.
Uh,
This part we really will
I
edit.